Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. We've got some big Vechain news, adoption in China in two stories. First of all, there's national COVID-19 risk management adoption. It's built on Vechain Tor and it's VTrust that we've heard about before. It's now been adopted by the Chinese government for COVID-19 risk management, and it covers over a total of 95 communities with over 300K residents. So there's over 300,000 residents on this COVID-19 watch, and they're using Vechain Tor. Now, 300,000 isn't a huge number, obviously, because we're talking about adoptions of millions and even billions of people, but it's a good start. It's in the Suzhou district, and VTrust was showcased as one of the top 10 blockchain applications and formally acknowledged by officials. So it's official state adoption for COVID-19 risk management in China. So we know that they're actually, they are actually being used on the state level. As of 2021, like I said, 300,000 residents with immutable, trustless proof of hygiene compliance being securely shared with the government daily. Obviously, government wants info. You know, Chinese government always wants info. They provide a standardized framework for self-assessment in infection risk management, assisting community officials in their management duties, and the level of readiness of a certain community will be assessed by weighted calculation displayed visually as QR codes. With electronic medical records like permeating in the last 20, 30 years, this is basically just a huge extension of that, relating specific to COVID-19. I think if this is actually successful in Suzhou, and like Suzhou has a lot more than 300,000 residents, obviously, this might just be like a test run for them to expand it out to tens of millions of people. Utilizing the secure and scalable Vechain Tor public blockchain, VTrust application model of combining blockchain and administrative governance is able to guarantee a higher level of health and safety, as well as better and more safe living environment. So then they have like feature as the world continues to develop smart cities. And for those of you like who don't understand this, smart cities are all about data, and obviously like the government and the officials are going to have all that data. So if you're like afraid of Big Brother, that kind of sucks for you. But, like that's what these smart cities that they're building with blockchain are all about. If you're invested in blockchain and crypto, it's good news. If you're afraid of Big Brother, probably not great news. But I think this will definitely be used on the national level. I know they have a lot of like different plans with like COVID-19 management. We know that Vechain is being used in Shanghai. Now it's being used in Suzhou. And those are like really big areas in China. At least it's being tested in Suzhou right now with 300,000 people. So I do think like we're all seeing everything linking together, and I do think like Vechain is actually going to be used nationwide in China for COVID-19 risk management, and that could mean a lot of VTHO burn in the future. It's going to take a couple of years for all this to come together, but Vechain is definitely expanding its roots and making its way into like the Chinese market for COVID-19 risk management. They're also doing a lot of stuff in Europe. They don't really have anything in the US right now. Well, they did like a pilot project with like farmers in Oregon, and they do have like Avery Dennison in America, but that's more of like a consulting thing. But in China, they're going to get like a lot of massive use because the Chinese government and local governments and regional governments right now are actually right now using Vechain, and I think the national government does have its eye on this. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.